There's actually a lot of articles about this. Donald Valdez, the state representative for the 62nd District of Colorado, Donald Valdez is saying that he is going to challenge Lauren Boebert. So, Colorado Democrat, this is from the Castilla County Free Press, February 25th, 2021. Colorado Democrat Donald Valdez announces challenge to QAnon conspiracy theorist Congresswoman Lauren Boebert. Fifth-generation Coloradan farmer, rancher, rural state legislator says Boebert is a threat to democracy. He's 100% correct on that. Denver, Colorado. Three-term Democratic state legislator Donald Valdez, a fifth-generation Coloradan who is a farmer and rancher in La Jara, announced that he will run for Congress to unseat radical Republican and QAnon supporter Lauren Boebert. Representative Valdez's campaign posted an announcement video outlining his motivation to run against Boebert. In the video, Valdez says, "What happened on January 6th wasn't just an attack on the Capitol. It was an outright assault on our democracy. They threatened to hang members of Congress, murdered a police officer, and Lauren Boebert, she egged them on. That's why I'm running against her. She egged them on the whole goddamn time. She was right in the middle of it. May have actually did that little tour beforehand, but we never got down to the bottom of that." Valdez added that being a true steward of the land is in his blood. Wild conspiracy theories won't protect our water, expand rural health care, or improve our schools. I have done a lot of fence mending in my time, but sometimes part of the fence just needs to be replaced. Rural Colorado needs a change, and I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and dig in. After just a month in Congress, Boebert is already facing calls for resignation after promoting dangerous QAnon conspiracy theories, tweeting the movements of Speaker Nancy Pelosi during the January 6 attacks on the U.S. Capitol against the orders of Capitol security, and engaging in a confrontation with Capitol Police when she refused to go through a metal detector. A nonpartisan government watchdog organization has also filed an ethics complaint against Boebert for taking a $22,000 payment from her campaign for mileage. Rural Colorado needs a champion who puts people first, especially now in the middle of a very real pandemic, said Donald Valdez. Coloradans are losing loved ones and their life savings. I know this pain firsthand as I lost my father, who was my best friend, to COVID-19. Holy shit. Lauren Boebert's promotion of dangerous conspiracy theory is a threat to our democracy and our health, said Donald Valdez. I'm rooted in rural Colorado and its rugged individualism. I've proven I can win in a rural district, and I have a record of putting people first. That's what I'll do in Congress. Representative Donald Valdez knows what we need in southern Colorado and has a record of winning and delivering for a rural district, said Conejos County Commissioner Joseph Burrows, while endorsing Donald Valdez's candidacy. He's the Democrat we need because he can beat Lauren Boebert. Donald Valdez is a fifth-generation Coloradan, farmer, rancher, the Democratic state legislator in his third term representing Alamosa, Conejos, Castillo, Huerfano, Mineral, Pueblo, Rio Grande, and Saguache counties. Donald Valdez formerly served as deputy sheriff in Conejos County and has focused his legislative work on water, education, and rural health care, including passing a bipartisan bill to improve Colorado's telehealth operations, which has proved critical during the pandemic. So it's a good article. I like that Donald Valdez, he's a cowboy hat, like he said, rugged individualism. He's a cowboy hat wearing, I guess he's a cowboy, right? He's a cowboy out of southern Colorado, and he's liberal. He's a Democrat. So he's talking about protecting our water, expanding rural health care, and improving our schools. He has gone along with a lot of Jared Polis's stuff. He's done a lot of good stuff. He did the police reform bill. He's done a lot of stuff, so I like Donald Valdez. There was one part here where he says, expand rural health care, not guaranteed universal health care. If America is paying for universal health care, that takes the burden off of Colorado and the local government, so I would like to hear him say he's for universal Medicare for all. But compared to Boebert, who's against not just universal health care, but universal education, so he's against universal education. So get rid of the public schools, get rid of the colleges, get rid of the Department of Education. Compared to Lauren Boebert, Donald Valdez is a million times far and superior. He's also, a million times far superior. He's also young-ish, I think in his 30s or 40s or so. And so, therefore, he might actually turn out to be a fantastic progressive champion for the American people. Some other things that's going on. Colorado State Patrol investigates crash. The Alamosa County. There's a vehicle crash, Highway 160 at milepost 235, approximately 7:17 p.m., February 18th, 2021. 2012 GMC Acadia, driven by Creed D. Avanzar, 73 of Alamosa, traveling eastbound on Colorado 160. The GMC traveled off the left side of the road and collided with a utility pole. The driver of the GMC sustained bodily injuries, transported by ambulance to the SLV Regional Medical Center. Drugs and alcohol not a contributing factor in the crash, and it's under investigation. Let's see. Advertisements, notice of purchase of property, a tax lien sale. And so to whom it may concern, especially to James Manning of Pompeo Beach, Florida, they're notified that their taxes have been sold at a public lien. And so that's James Manning, Bill Erdy Tomlin Sr., Theodore R. and Eleanor K. Groman, trustees of the Theodore R. Groman Living Trust. These people, your taxes, you haven't paid your taxes, so they bought your taxes, and this is a notification to reach out to you. So when your land gets taken from you, so the Rio Grande Ranches of Colorado Incorporated, Fairfax Shade, Pete Borges, Ramon Villagran, Rockdale Incorporated, the estate of Philip J. Antonicho, Rio Grande Ranches, Incorporated, Rio Grande Ranches, Virginia O. Whitmore, Rio Grande Ranches, Alan E. Goff, Gary M. and Paula R. P. Wonka, and anything else. Let's see, what's on the back here? Vacancy announcement for Planning and Zoning Board. The Castilla County Planning and Zoning Office is now accepting letters of intent for a position on the Planning Commission Board. This is a voluntary appointment. The Commission meets on the second Wednesday of every month to hear limited use and special use reviews and recommend changes to the land use code for the county. No experience is necessary, but you must be a resident of Castilla County. For more information, please contact the Planning and Zoning Office at 719-937-7668. Letters can be sent to Castilla County Planning and Zoning, P.O. Box 130, San Luis, Colorado 81152. And full-time, part-time employment. That's enough. Okay, there you go. Donald Valdez, a lot of articles here. He's like talking about one of the people in the House of Congress. Apparently he went to the damn thing. Hanks, this guy Hanks, right? Ron Hanks, Representative Republican Ron Hanks, went to the uprising, or the, America's coup. The America's coup. Newly elected representative from Fremont County. He went to the rally, and Donald Valdez admonished him. Let us be clear, Donald Valdez said in a written statement, the fight is between those who believe in democracy and fair elections and those who do not. Those who attended the rally wanted to set aside a free and fair election and install in the office somebody who lost. That is called a coup d'etat. He's 100% right about that. 100% right about that. So good on Donald Valdez for doing that. That is fantastic. Now we have several articles here. Let's just pull up one of them. But the Colorado Sun says that Donald Valdez is the latest Democrat to defeat Lauren Boebert. Denver Post, CBS Denver. Donald Valdez to run for Congress as Representative Lauren Boebert egged on Capitol rioters. Calls for the removal of Representative Ron Hanks, Republican from Penrose. Donald Valdez become the 7th Democrat to jump into the race with the rhetoric that's coming from Boebert. I cannot sit here and not engage, says. That's from Politico. Woo! You got a Politico article. Ted's not so excellent Mexican adventure. I don't know what. Okay, so let's just go with the latest Democrats. 7 Democrats. Who else is going against Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert has inspired the shit out of the Democrats. All we had was maybe it was Diane Bush was blocking anybody from actually making a stand. So the Colorado Sun reports, I just want to find out all of the different people that's running. So he's got to stand up. Boebert is just out of control. He says that his floor speech is separate. San Sandoval, let's see, already running into the third. So Sol Sandoval is a Democratic community organizer and social worker from Pueblo, filed paperwork with the Federal Elections Commissions on Wednesday to launch her candidacy, already running in the 3rd District Democratic primary. Our state Senator Kerry Donovan, Greg Smith, Nazaha Karma, Inam Hadil Root, Routledge, and Colin Wilhelm. So Greg Smith, Greg Smith. Easy to pronounce Greg Smith's name. So Donald Valdez is running against Greg Smith and, 5 other people. Kerry Sol, Nazaha, Root, and Colin. It's not that tough, but okay. It's unclear what the 3rd district will look like in 2022 as Colorado's congressional districts are slated to be redrawn before the end of the year. He wouldn't commit to ending his campaign if Lahar is drawn out of the 3rd district. I will analyze the situation at the time. Donovan lives in Vail, which is just outside the 3rd district's boundaries, but owns a ranch in Wolcott that's within the district. Interesting. So you own property here. So it's investment land to you, not really land to live in. I want someone living here. Members of Congress don't have to live in the district they represent as long as they live in the state the district is in. State Representative Dylan Roberts, an Avon Democrat, is also weighing whether to jump into the already crowded primary. Dylan Roberts, I don't know, this is interesting, so I got some more stuff to talk about. Good job, Don Valdez.